spine rotation at end range. So what we're doing with this exercise is we're going to get your spine into its end range of rotation. We're going to stay in that end range of rotation and use the spine tissue. So I have two bands here. Obviously here I've just wrapped them together. What you're going to do is take your close arm and pop it through the end of the band. Put it right up at your shoulder and then twist away and do 360 degrees. I'm now back the way that I started, but I now have the band wrapped around me. Gonna come back again and do that again one more time. Two bands, arm through the end, pop it on your shoulder, rotate. But when you rotate, don't just rotate and let the band be soft around you. I want the band to be relatively tight around you. So once you get to this halfway point, grab the band, sort of pull it tight as you keep coming around, because I want it to be relatively tight so you've got the tension that you need for this exercise. Now, if I'm going to stand here, let's just say, obviously you're doing this for golf, let's get into our golfing stance. So you're going to be hinged over, probably a little bit of extension in your spine, and you're going to slowly let the band, because when you let go of your tension here, the band's going to pull back on your shoulder and it's actually going to rotate you around. So what I want you to do is let the band nice and slowly and controlled pull you to the end of your rotation. Once you find this end of your rotation, what I want you to do is try to feel your spine, the muscles that are controlling your spine, just to pull. This is going to be super subtle, just to pull a little bit out of that end range. So this is my end range. I'm just going to come out like an inch or two. So now what I'm doing is I'm actively using the spine muscles, the multifidi, the muscles that control my spine, to actually hold me here. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. You can do one of two things. Literally hold still, that'll be hard enough as it is, or just oscillate. So oscillate just means move a little bit around the same sort of spot. So I don't want you coming in and out and all the way around. Close to this end range, because I want to use the tissue while it's sort of stretched and while you're at the position where you're going to get the most force and trauma put on it when you're in your golf swing, which is at the end of your backswing, and then you start rotating around, you've now got a lot of torsion, tension, all that stuff. So we're going to get to the end range and then just in a little bit, just so you're using the muscle, and then just moving around just a little bit back and forward. Now this might not seem like much when you start, but if you do this for a couple of minutes, this is going to take a fair bit from those muscles. So literally do this. Now you can adjust, obviously, the tension based on how close or far away you're standing to, where the band's attached to. So the more I come over, now the more tension I've got, obviously. So do this, so you've got 2 minutes. Once you've done this for a couple of few weeks, your program may or may not update to this next bit, which is doing some segmental control and movement through your spine whilst doing this at the same time. So from the front, you're not really going to be able to see this, but I'll show you anyway. So you're going to get around to that rotation, just outside of that end range. And now, I will turn around to show you in a second, just that sort of whole lumbar section of your spine, I want you to think like you're doing that segmental cat-cow. So now I'm using my muscles to hold in that range as I actually move through spinal segmentation. So from the side, obviously I'm not getting the rotational force as much here with the band, but just to show you from the side, so I'm here, I'm at that angle, I come back just a little bit, and now nice and slow, trying to feel the tissue move and work and get some segmental control and movement through the spine, whilst also having to take the load of the rotation. Your program will say if I want you to do it with the segmental movement through flexion and extension. Unless it says so, don't do it. But anyway, this is it. So get to the end, come back just a little bit, feel the spine. And literally, the first time you do this, just hold it for 2 minutes. This will be enough. Enjoy.